Okie dokie, we're back again, and we are going to be jumping into some ranked games with a random character, and it looks like we are playing the Reaper. Now, we do start off with a Pestilence Flask, so it means we can go for something like a Serpent Staff, if we get lucky, Poison Dagger, maybe even a Poison Spear. Unfortunately, we can't get the Poison Buzz. It is what it is, but I kind of want to hold on to it. But we do start off with a Relic Case, which means we're not going to be inflicting too much poison either way. So with that, we're definitely going to need a weapon, which we're going to take this to. I'm also going to take the wooden sword also, and let's go ahead and grab our garlic with the regen as well. And I'd like to take the bag of stones, but I'm not going to take it for now. I think I'm going to take out a little Starve Courage to go ahead and grab ourselves a big old piggy bank. But I also want to take the broom instead of a wooden sword, just in case we want to go for Serpent Staff. That's going to be a game plan, but this is going to be round one. Now, we should have switched our piggy bank with the Pestilence Flask, so we could start off with 2 more max HP, which could make a difference here. Because being a 14 HP right now, this hammer, if it did hit us, we would survive. Potentially. And holy moly, did it not matter. We did manage to just win out, so hell yeah. That's another rainbow badge. Should we go for a rainbow badge run? It's also Gooberts. I think right now we just take our broom for now. Rainbow badge. I do love a good old rainbow badge run, but today we're not taking it. Let's go to grab our storage. Let's go to grab this big old banana. And I'm very, very tempted to rock on with this sort of situation. Now, I'm also tempted to sell our piggy bank for the box of riches. Instead of generating up 1 gold per round, we grab ourselves some gemstones. I think that's exactly what I'm going to be going for. I'm also going to sell the wooden sword to go ahead and grab ourselves a lump of coal. And yeah, I'm going to rock on with this. Now, we could also craft up a shovel, but I don't necessarily really want to. Even though we could get dig deeper, but I want to keep our options open to crafting up that Serpent Staff. It's been a long time since I used a Serpent Staff, and I kind of want to use it, to be honest. Now, our opponents, we do got 2 blind on them, decreasing accuracy just a little bit with this shell totem. Going to put in some crazy work, as well as that axe, and unfortunately, they did manage to beat us out. Now, from these options, I actually kind of want to take Echo and Battlecry here. Taking Echo and Battlecry, getting super defensive with some helmets, some armors, could be kind of insane. False Life is also pretty darn good if you want to stack up over heals. And then we also got enchanted weapons, but this skill is not going to be that good. So I'm going to take the Echo and Battlecry. So I'm going to buy this too. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll to grab some extra storage. And I'm going to grab a Hell Pot. The question is, do I want to craft up a strong Hell Pot? I think I'm also going to roll once more. That's some more storage, which I'm going to have to grab, and I really do want to put in a box of riches, but I also really want all of these items too. So do we leave out our box of riches? I think for this round, I'm going to have to. So with our Echo and Battlecry, we do have a chance to get more regen, or also inflict a little bit more blinds, which is kind of nice. This decrease in accuracy is going to be really, really awesome for us. But can we actually keep up? Because our opponent does have lots of buffs, especially that Empower, especially that Vampirism. As long as they miss, they can't heal, but unfortunately, the sheer amount of buffs they're going to get, yeah, it's just way too much. Just way too much, unfortunately. No, we managed to get 2 leather bags. I think I'm going to take the customer card. I'm going to leave the leather bag and I'm going to roll. Another Hell Pot, I will gladly take. That's also a big hammer, which I'm also wanting to potentially get also. But I'm going to roll again. Can we find 1 single mana orb? We're going to take this bit of storage. I think we sell our lump of coal to go ahead and grab ourselves this tiny bit of lifesteal. And now we move on. So I'm going to have our potions all target strong Hell Pot. We have to potentially get some extra regen. But can we beat the spear with Knife to Meet You, as well as a magic badge? I mean, this spear is going to go fast, but that's literally all they're going to do. Except for Knife to Meet You, they're going to get insane damage from that spear. And this is where we need all our Hell Pots to pop off and give us all those heals. And hell yeah, not too bad, we did manage to win this one out. Now this is turned into present game. Hell yeah. Let's go ahead and grab it. And let's don't waste any time. So 2, 4, 8, 12, 27, 28, 29 worth of gold. That's 33 golds with another 11 gold. It's almost enough to get crazy items from a present. Then I wish we had our piggy bank right now. I'm also going to sell our customer card. Just so we have 6 gold, 17 gold worth of an item in our next rounds. I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm just going to venture on with this. Now, Echo and Battlecry, I did move our pocket stand away from it, which was a bit dumb, but I did want to craft up this gemstone. The good news is we're going to get 5 random buffs again from American Battlecry, since this does give us 5 random buffs at the start of battle. And most of it was regen. We got even more regen. But at least we got some power and some vampirism to keep us healthy. You know, it's got 2 luck, guaranteeing that we're going to be hitting, well, maybe not with a prime pan, but at least with a broom 100% accuracy, which is kind of nice. And we have the chance to remove some buffs, which is going to be even better for us. Now they have removed our vampirism, thanks to this freaking little garlic. We can keep up because this turret should have scaled up quite a bit. And hell yeah, not too bad. The sheer amount of regen we did get was amazing, and we got ourselves a Paradise Burb with a Scripture of Light. And we also got ourselves a Twine, so we have the potential to craft up some craziness from this. Now, do we want to keep ourselves our Servant Staff potential, or do we want to just go all in on present? Because I kind of want to sell all these items, if so. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Sell them all, but I'm going to keep the rest. I'm tempted to even sell our little pocket sand. We could go Star Sand with Echo and Battlecry as well, which also would be kind of amazing. So yeah, I'm going to sell our little pocket sand and I'm going to sell our little green gemstone. And with that, I'm going to even take out a broom. And I'm going to venture on with this. I'm going to have our Paradise Burb target most of our items. We're going to generate up, well, potentially generate up some mana with our chip software. And with a presence, so we can turn our mana into regen as well as some heals. But the problem is, we're going to have such a low chance for mana generation, that's going to be a bit of a problem. So our Scripture Flight is not going to really give us too much value, to be honest. But we got crazy regen, but unfortunately, the sheer amounts of breaking and power opponent did have, there's not much we could do about that. And holy moly, that's a big old greatsword, which is kind of nuts. The next round, we're getting 22 gold. So we can either lose on purpose and sell pretty much everything, which I'm gonna do. Let's sell every single item, even a Paradise Burb, as much as I love to keep it. I mean, that right there is 56 gold. 56 golds. 59 golds. So we go in here and we group by price and head down towards Gooberts, and the highest one is 57. So we're going to be trying to go for a Rainbow Gooberts with our whole situation, but the problem is we're pretty much going to lose this round. 59 golds. We could have sold our Paradise Burb, but I did kind of want to keep this fella just in case we get ourselves something awesome. But let's speed this one up just a little bit, because if we survive this, there's something wrong with the game. And hell yeah, we did end up losing. We lose our life, but then we get one back. And we get a crazy items. Falcon Blade, Cupcake Staff. And we even got ourselves a Cupcake. So what a crazy, insane present. The problem is, what buff do we want to stack? And do we want to stack that buff even faster with our Cupcake Staff with our Hyper Hedgehog? We have the potential to get ourselves in power once you drop below 7% HP. That's only potential. We also got ourselves Amulet Darkness, which means we can deal effect damage. So we could infinitely scale up Vampirism with our Nocturnal Locklifter. Because if we take the snake, there's no point in taking the snake, because then we would just be stacking up luck, and that's not what we want. We're not going to be inflicting debuffs with our Cursed Dagger, so that's not going to be too great for us. Cauldron would potentially give us heats, but it is going to be random, and it could just give us our mana. So I think our best option right now is Nocturnal Locklifter, as funny as that is. Because with Paradise Burb, this will also increase our heals. So yeah, I definitely think this is going to be our best that we can take. The problem is, how the hell are we going to take it? Well, the Mage Tank gives us mana from the get-go, which is perfect for our Cupcake Staff. We can sell the Keeper Sword. Dragon Claws I do like quite a bit too, but I'm also very tempted to sell it. So unfortunately, I think we're going to have to sell our Mage's Hat, as much as I'd love to keep it. I think that's something we're going to have to get rid of, along with our Dragon Claws, as long with our... We sell one more thing. Our Star of Courage, maybe the Twine. I'm going to sell our Twine. And we're definitely going to take this. Now this needs to sit in here so we get that Lifesteal on all our weapons, which should be amazing also. Now Lifesteal doesn't work on our Hedgehog either, but it is what it is. Paradise Burb does need to move slightly forward though, which is not ideal because we do want to target our food items, but moving forward means we get the Lifesteal, that increased effect with a Nocturnal Locklifter. So I'm very happy with this. And with that, we are going to venture on. Now, we do need some mana generation, which is only going to be reliant on our flawed sapphire. Well, between our Cupcake and our Cupcake staff, we should be able to scale up our Vampirism, which Vampirism doesn't actually work with the staff, but it will work with a Falcon Blade. And hell yeah, definitely not too bad. And speaking of amazing, that's Misfortune and a Chili Gooberts. Now, Chili Goobert is going to be nuts. Let's sell you, and let's sell our stone and this too. The reason why I say Chili Goobert's going to be insane is because it's going to generate up a lot of freaking heat for us. The only problem is, we do need to switch our whole setup around once again. So I do like keeping our Chili Gooberts so you can stack up that heat, because with our heat, it actually speeds up our relic case, which does decrease your stamina cost. So honestly, stacking up heat is going to be way better than Nocturnal Locklifter. I mean, stacking up Vampirism. So anyway, that we can generate up heats by grabbing eye lamps, ruby eggs, is going to be way better for us. Now our opponent is going to be stunning us, which is going to be a bit of a problem, but again, we get that lifesteal, keeping us in it. We can heal back to full, and amazing. Definitely so. And look at this, a big old perfect sapphire, generate up mana for days with our Falcon Blade. We also got a Fly Garrick with a Poison Toad also, which is kind of interesting. Now, funny enough, we did get Nourish Please, which will give us time to scale up our heat and scale up our buffs. So, honestly, I kind of want to take that. Let's sell all this. Do we sell our blueberries or do we sell our toad? I mean, the toad is going to inflict poison, but it's also going to generate up mana way faster than blueberries. The only problem is, if we sell our blueberries, we need to sell our red ruby, and then we need to take this. Now, you're going to be that heats. It is going to cost us 10 golds, which is a bit of a problem. So we're going to be inflicting a lot of colds, which is kind of amazing actually. We are facing a Chili Cheese Excalibur with the Dark Lantern, which could be kind of scary. But every hit with a Falcon Blade is going to inflict some cold, slow them down, but they are cleansing them pretty darn fast, which is not so great. But can we beat it? We have so much Vampirism, it's kind of nuts. Holy moly. Yeah, it's not what I kind of want to do. I want to stack that heat, but I'm not going to complain. Crazy Vampirism. Hell yeah. Definitely. That's a perfect ruby. Holy moly. And another helmet, which... okay, that's kind of nuts. I mean, Spike Collar doesn't really do too much for us. It gives us longer battle rage, but that's about it. Now, Nourish Please inside it as well. Also, I don't know why the hell I didn't have this beside our Echo and Battlecry. The only problem is I need this Dragon Egg extremely badly. So I'm going to sell this, and I'm going to sell you too. And is there any way we can grab this helmet? I don't think there really is a way that we can grab it just yet. I will, however, take a little bit more storage. That I will grab. I'm not going to place it in just yet, but I am going to venture on with this once again. And we are facing a Cryomancer. I say Cryomancer, we're facing another Reaper with lots of cold items. Shelly's to cleanse those debuffs, and they're going to be turbo inflicting a lot of cold on us while cleansing it with those Shellys. And we actually inflict a decent bit of poison, which is kind of funny. And we also inflict some cold. While stacking up insane Vampirism, we also got tons of heat, but so does our opponents. They actually got way more heat than us, and they've cleansed a crazy amount of cold. But as long as we get some heat and keep our activations up, we can keep ourselves heals pretty darn strong, and just potentially outsurvive our opponents, as long as they don't slow us down too much. And unfortunately, they did manage to beat us down. But hey, that's a freaking Moon Shield. Moon Shield, which I'm going to sell. With the ones, we're going to take our Dragon Egg. And with that, we're going to have to move on. We're going to have to risk it. I did put a Dragon Egg in here, so we have the potential to activate it again. Oh, what the hell am I talking about? I was thinking Nourish Please was our Echo Battlecry. But we should be able to get a little more heat off the Gecko, and honestly, think about moving our Nocturnal Knocklifter so we can just get that heat off the rip, because the faster we get going, the better it is going to be for us. But stacking up Lifesteal for us, it's kind of nice and all. But we are inflicting that cold, we are inflicting that poison, and can we keep up with our opponents? They have 50% damage reduction, and once the damage reduction is going to run out, we should definitely be able to win out. And hell yeah. Not too bad. Now we could take the Ice Armor if we wanted to, but I'm going to sell it along with you and along with this too, and we get ourselves an Eye Lamp, which is going to be 2 more heats, a Banny Pack also, and another big old blue gemstone. Now at least we have our Echo and Battlecry in the right position, so that should be kind of awesome. But we got 2 heats, we got 6 heat, we got 7 heats. You are literally going to be 6 vampirism. Is that going to be enough heat overall? I'm really hoping so. But I'm going to risk it. I'm going to move on with this. I think this should be pretty decent for us. We are facing an Ice Flower, Flame Up type opponent. They're going to be stacking up lots of heats. But can we keep up with them? Now again, we're stacking up that heat, which is going to be even better for us because we trigger everything even faster and faster. And it should be kind of nice. Now we are running out of stamina since they do have a shield though. That's a bit of a problem for us. But the faster we go, the more cold we inflict, the more lifesteal we do hit with, and the more scaling damage we do get, and the less stamina cost on our weapons. And hell yeah, Falcon Blade start doing some big old damage. Now we're getting our big old blue gemstones crafted up, which is awesome. Little short bow, definitely can go. Scripture of Light, as much as I love to keep it, I'm going to get rid of you too, because I do want to grab this helmet. And I think I'm going to sell our stone. I'm going to place this in for a second as I roll. That's another free monies. That's also a helmet. I'm going to grab this and craft up this stone helmet as fast as possible. So I did move over a setup around just a little bit so we can have both our helmets inside our endurance bag along with our Echo Battlecry, because damage reduction is going to be crazy insane for us. And with that, I kind of want to sell you and take this and let those just recombobulate themselves, but also sell our shiny shelter roll ones. And that's a big old prismatic orb. But the problem with this is it's going to give us more lifesteal on our weapons, but it's also going to give us a bunch of freaking vampirism, which I actually do not want. I'm going to rock on with this. I should place this in actually, and now I'm going to rock on with this. So we should, that's a Cryomancer, holy moly, as long as we don't get slowed down too much, we should be alright. But if you get slowed down by way too much, that's a problem. Now we do counteract him with our heat, which is going to be amazing, and we should be able to cleanse a lot of colds with a curve. But can we actually keep up? Maybe our opponent does have tons and tons of block, but we got 71 heat, 76 heat. Stamina cost is actually getting lower and lower, which is kind of awesome. Definitely going to be awesome. And our sword is going to start dealing some big old damage along with our Cupcake staff, and hell yeah, not too bad. It's actually looking incredibly awesome, and that's a big old dark saber also, and that was kind of insane. Dark saber, yeah, it's going to go. Even though we could have used it with these big old blue gemstones. No, Amid Wild's kind of nice actually too. Let's sell the broom. Like Eric, we could craft up into a Doom Cap if we do find out. Piggy bank for some extra money is also really awesome. I'm going to take the helmet though. Out of all these options, I'm going to continue to roll. We could take the deck of cards to start off with 2 luck, which I'm going to take. Sell the stone to keep rolling. Sell the piggy bank. Sell the garlic. And all of a sudden, this is looking so much better for us. We still get our lifesteal, and we also get more heals from our party spur. I'm kind of sad that we didn't place it this way in the first place. But all our helmets give us all that damage reduction. It's going to be nuts. And that's a big old mana orb. Question is, do we even want the mana orb? I mean, we generate up a lot of mana with our perfect self-air, and we don't actually really want to get too much mana for ourselves. So I don't think we're going to take it, as mad as that is. I kind of want to hold on to this undead phenomenal, but let's rock on with this. 75% damage reduction for such an insane amount of time. 110% damage reduction actually, since we do have Nourish Blaze. Give us our time to get our heat off the ground. We're pretty much damage immune for the first few seconds of that fight, and still have 60% damage reduction. Our opponent does have invulnerability, stopping us from lifestealing, but we already have 120 heat, and hell yeah. I mean, within 15 seconds, we only have 40 DPS, which is not too crazy, but our opponent did have some invulnerability. But our opponents only dealt 21 DPS with a big old double axe, a super fast double axe at that. In terms of heals, 60 heal per second, with no max health gained, but 60 health per second even with the invulnerability is kind of amazing. And then in terms of block, 285 block with our Wisdom Pub, Stone Helmets, Protect Little Purses. I definitely think we can actually make this crazier. That's definitely crazier. But I'm going to sell it. Let's go and grab you. Can I take the ice armor? So we get that empower off the rib. I think we just ignore it. We grab ourselves a Fanny Pack, speeding up our bird also. But I think we just continue to roll. We sell you to go ahead and grab another Fanny Pack. Remember when I said I was going to speed up our bird? I'm actually going to speed up our weapons. Now we actually really want to grab ourselves a stone skill pod. Do we sell some stuff, or do we even sell our presents? I mean, the presents have been great. We only got 3 more rounds, and crafting up another stone helmet will give us more power. I mean, it's extremely, extremely tempting. I'm going to sell it, along with this too. And I was going to craft up the stone helmet for sure. But yeah, let's get going once again. We're definitely going to move on with this. We're going to craft up another stone helmet because it's going to make us uber tanky. I mean, we take 0 damage for, how long is it going to be? First 3 seconds of the fight. Which is actually kind of insane. First 3 seconds of the fight, we can take no damage, to stack up our heat, and just go nuts from here. Now, opponent is inflicting a terrible amount of poison on us. We could be in huge trouble, because this poison is just going to chip us down. And unfortunately, hold on a second. There's no way. We actually brought it back. There's no way. 258 poison. How the hell did we manage that? That was kind of amazing. Was it not? And we could craft up another freaking poison toad. Is that something we want to do? We could also get more lifesteal with a blood amulet. Or should we just take the fool card to get a little bit more power? I think we take the fool card. We take the toad. We roll. And I regret my decision because all I want to take is this to get even more heat off the ground running. But do we get this poison toad? Which makes me want to sell this card and a flame to go ahead and grab this. Now I'm taking this not to hatch up into a dragon, but just for the 4 heats and to reflect those 3 debuffs. And with that, we're going to move on once again. So it should guarantee that we do start off with at least 10 heats, meaning that we can just turbo scale our heat like there's no tomorrow. That's for sure. Even if our opponent does nullify some of our buffs or remove some of our buffs, it means we're just going to get that heat as crazy fast. And it does mean our toads can just keep constantly stacking up poison, also just stacking up our mana and our luck. So we can just go infinite with heat, and holy moly, that's not bad. That's definitely not bad. Now I wish we got this last round. Now I know I did skip 1 or 2 here and there, but crafting up a cap of discomfort to get that damage reduction for such a long time would be even better for us. Now we could also take this armor and just get that and power off the rip as well. But I'm not sure if I do want that. We could also just take this and place it in our helmet for a bunch of block. That I'm also kind of down for. Holler Fire Laser to get more heat, even more awesome. Hell yeah, I'll take it. If you had 1 more round, we craft up Ruby Chunk, but it is what it is. I don't think I'd even want to craft up Ruby Chunk because we need that heat from the get-go. But yeah, this is going to be fine builds. Now we could have also had a lifesteal on our dragons if we wanted to, but honestly, that's not the reason why we do have our dragons. And the sheer amount of damage reduction we do have from our stone helmets with our Econ Battlecry is kind of insane. Giving us enough time to stack up colds with our perfect softwares, as well as just stack up infinite heats to win out. We're going to see if this is going to be good enough. Are we going to be able to win out? Are we going to fall short? I'm going to slow this one down. We are facing a Spike Staff. Chipped Sapphire Manitors. I don't know why I said chipped Sapphire. But basically, they're going to have a chance to stun. They're also going to stack up lots and lots of power. We're going to have crazy mana with the Blue Sage's Collar. But that's 23 cold within 5 seconds. That's actually pretty darn decent cold. And we got insane block, we got tons of lifesteal, we got 95% damage reduction. I mean, we're incredibly defensive till we get our heat off. And then we just smash from here with 85% healing amplification thanks to our big red ruby, which is kind of awesome. And then also Paradise Barb, increasing the amount of heals we're getting from our Nocturnal Lock Lifter. And the stamina cost from our weapon is going to be decreasing with our Relic Case, which is now triggering every 0.7 seconds. Thanks to all our heat. And that's a crazy poison, crazy colds. Our build literally does pretty much everything. I mean, the only thing it really doesn't do is scale up damage insane. I mean, we only had a 51 DPS overall. Our opponent did have shields and nullify a lot of damage, and also just eat up all our stamina. But our Cupcake Staff, Falcon Blade, Ruby Whelp, Poison all adding up with that damage. Our opponent only had a 5.9 DPS, which is madness. But I mean, we did slow them down, and we did have at least 60% damage reduction for the entire fight. 17 seconds in, and we still had 60% damage reduction. Now in terms of heals, we did have 80 healing per second, which is not too bad. Chili Goobert actually providing 500 heals. This guy gave an insane amount of heals. But that's because our Falcon Blade was triggering every 0.3 seconds, along with our Cupcake staff also. And Miss Fortune also doing the same with the card, which is kind of insane. And in terms of block, we managed to get 605 block, being our Wizard Pup, our Corrupted Crystal adding another 100 block, and then our Stone Helmets also. But hell yeah, we did survive with 2 lives left. Let's go and see just how much rank points we managed to get from this. +9, our ranking us back up to 87. Not too bad. But hey, I'm going to have to leave you here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope to keep a look after the next one. I'll see you next time. Okay, we're back again, and let's see if we can deal with some round 18 builds. Can this super fast Bloodthorn actually smash this out? Potentially. But we'll see though, because we do inflict a lot of cold, slowing them down by quite a bit, so their super fast Bloodthorn is not going to be as super fast. And we got tons and tons of heat too. Now they are inflicting some blind on us, which is a bit of a problem. But with our Eye Lamp, our Cupcake staff is going to hit no matter what. And also our Falcon Blade has 100% accuracy. And when I say it's going to be kind of scary, definitely not. Now another big old Bloodthorn with double Corrupted Crystals inside the weapon. Crazy Lifesteal with the red color as well. And crazy amounts of damage reduction. We'll see though. They got the invulnerability as well, which is going to be taking no damage for such a long time. But we got 90 heat, we got 34 colds, 40 poison, and hell yeah. And finally, can we deal with a time melting Dual Guardian with Uniquely Unique? This Dual Guardian is going to be going turbo nuts. But also going to have a Holy Spear, Magic Torch, which means the Holy Spear is going to cleanse all those debuffs, being our colds and our poison. And they're going to have crazy damage reduction too, 93% damage reduction. We'll see who's going to win this one out. Can our Infinite Heat stacking beat out this damage reduction Berserker? And I mean, hell yeah, I can.